So, if you've managed to make your Pac-Man game and you're now ready to try something different, this is a game that me and my son put together just when we were sort of practicing skills around coding. It uses very similar things to what you've done in your Pac-Man. So the idea of it is, if I play it, there is a maze. There's going to be different levels. You've got this little ball that moves automatically through the maze. It always starts off going down from the same position. And if I use the arrow keys, which you'll be quite used to from yours, it will let you change direction. I'm just going to go the quick route. If you touch the side, by the way, it goes back to the beginning. You can see the score at the top. You'll get 1 every time you get to a green area of green, bright green, on any screen. I'm not going to go all the way around the maze. I've made a sneaky little quick bit here just to save time for you watching this video. It wasn't originally there, but I didn't want you sitting for ages. Now, if you hold the space key down, it gives the ball a boost so it can go faster, so you're not having to wait on some of the easier levels. Now, what also happens is, you'll see there's a little react box at the top. Your reaction time gets less every time you complete a level. So you can see that's gone down now. So what that basically means is the ball is getting faster, so you've got much less reaction time. Notice when I got to the green door at the end, I got a point and the maze changed. I'm going to hold space just to go a little bit faster around some of these bits for you. I'm not going to do every level, obviously, because you're sat watching, but I do want to give you a good idea about the game, because you're going to try and see if it makes something similar. So you could make these mazes look like anything you wanted, really. It's always a black line that the ball bangs into. It's always the same colour green that gets to at the end. And notice how the backgrounds change as we go on. So again, I'll go fast. Notice how the reaction time is getting shorter. Now, once you complete the final level, what it actually does is it goes back. It loops back to the first level, so that when you get that first level, you do it again, but this time it's much harder and it goes much faster. So at the minute, this is quite easy, but once I come to this level again, and the ball is going that much faster and you've got that much less reaction time, it actually starts to get really, really difficult to complete these levels. I'll take you through them once. Now, you'll get the idea out of the game. You're more than welcome to watch me finish all the levels, or if you prefer to, you can, of course, just stop watching and you can have a go at making your own now. You've seen enough that you know how it works. You just might be interested in how it gets harder with the ball getting faster. I actually made that little hole there. It doesn't work. I did that just to kind of confuse people. Here we go. Now the idea is people will think they have to get to that green door on this one. You can't actually get to it. But if we go down there, you can get to this little green dot over here, which does the same thing. There we go. This one's made with black blocks, so I had a black there. So I'm back at the beginning. I put some green doors in here which have a black outline around them, and that was basically to confuse people, because if you touch those, you will lose. So it's that one you've got to aim for. This one is designed to confuse because the aliens' eyes are black, so you can't touch them. But actually, you can go over the aliens' legs. So most people, when they're playing this first time, think it might not actually be possible to get that green block because too many aliens away. But then they realise eventually, hopefully, that you can go over the aliens' legs like that. And therefore, you can get along to the green. And this one, I try to use some text as the black. just for a change. There's different ways you can get to this, obviously. This one I use dots. It's a bit harder to see because some of the background is made of circles, which makes it a bit confusing and difficult on the eye, which is the idea. I'm not saying this is a really good game by any means, by the way, it just happens to be what we made. This time you've got lots of Jolly Roger flags, which is actually quite difficult to do. Once you get to the faster levels, this one becomes very, very difficult. So we're nearly there with this one. We get this bit just right. There we go. You can see how you could incorporate things like faces onto it. So the outline's black, but this little bit of hair here just allows you through into the face, because obviously when you touch the black, and if you get those bogey, that's the finish. And then this one is more difficult because you've got to find your way through these black bits, and the only way you can do it is by going over the blue slime. So you've got to find the right route through without touching any black. And again, this one's doable at the moment, but when you get to the faster levels, when the ball speeds up loads, it becomes very difficult. It is possible, but it's nearly impossible. And then we'll get to the end here, and it should take us back to the beginning. So we're back to the first one, but the ball is going much faster than it was originally. And that'll just keep happening. It'll keep circling around until the ball gets ridiculously fast. So I'll stop that there. You get the idea, and see if you can work out how to make something like that.